Hey guys, this is the first episode of the Two Shakes podcast with me, your host, Mike Muniz. The podcast is presented to you by the cked, which you can find at thecockcape.com. The one we have here is the American Eagle. Now, if you don't want your dick to look this patriotic, I don't know what to tell you. All right, now again, you can get this at thecockcape.com. You can also subscribe there for future podcasts. We'll be putting them out once, twice a week, see how everything goes. It's now August 13th, so we're closing in on 5 months into this pandemic lockdown thing going on. There's absolutely no deadline in sight for when shit's going to reopen. You know, it's based off like vaccines or fucking, if Venus is in retrograde, who the fuck knows how they're making these decisions. But it's crazy that it is a pandemic, right? But half the country believes it's like not real or a hoax, and the other half believes it's the deadliest virus ever, but you're immune if you're protesting. Like, what's real? Can we just make up our mind? Can we have an honest discussion about, is it real? Is it deadly? Is it not? And take shit seriously from there? Like 5 months? It feels like a fucking year. I can't believe it's only 5 months. You know, the George Floyd shit happened in May, right? And that feels like forever ago. And the craziest shit about the George Floyd thing is that it's obvious that, shit needs to be addressed. But I think it's hilarious that after the shit happened, there was just old white politicians dressing in like African garb and taking a knee. Like that was what they asked for. Like they just want police to be held accountable. We don't need you to put a fucking dashiki on and start dancing around. Like, what the fuck? Man, I don't know how we got here, but I think this is the end of America. I think this is it. All we needed was a pandemic to really show how vulnerable our country was. You got politicians who are paid with taxpayer money telling you that they can't give you an extra $600 a week anymore, but they'll fund a, $700 billion defense budget. It's laughable. But here we are. And most likely, 2020 hasn't been your year. Hasn't been anyone's year. Unless you started an OnlyFans page. Which is a great idea. I don't know why every woman doesn't start an OnlyFans page. I mean, you don't even need to show nipple. I have a friend who has an OnlyFans page, doesn't even show nip. And she's still making $1,000 a month. Women, men are gross. You can take a picture of your fucking kneecap and there's somebody out there who's jerking off to it. Alright? It's as simple as that. What if that just becomes our economy? All the jobs are gone and everyone's just jerking off to feet on the internet. That's it. The end of America. Feet fetishes. But, yeah, man, look. And the gym. I miss the gym so much. It's a segue. But the fact that the gyms are probably not going to open until like January, it's insane. I'm doing prison workouts in my friend's backyard with rusty equipment that I know I'm going to get some disease from. And it's just, you working out in the heat? Fuck that shit. I should be in like a cool gym. There's fucking whatever Pilates going in. The aerobics room. People sweating on cardio machines. That shit's never coming back. They're gonna just start making outdoor gyms, which is honestly a good idea. They're probably gonna start off like playgrounds. There's gonna be a bunch of grown men at a playground working out with the equipment, like monkey bars and shit. Fuck, man. I mean, I wish this happened during the winter, right? Because you're stuck at home during the winter. Fuck it, it's not a big deal. Forcing everyone to stay home during summer and staying home during the summer, awful. Of course, people want to go to the beach. I went to the beach recently. I never tried boogie boarding in my life, and I tried recently. I've never felt more like a child with being so bad at something. I'm like, how does this even work? I'm like kicking my feet and trying to pretend like I'm an actual surfer. The whole time I'm just scared of sharks. Like I'm not even that deep. I'm like chest deep in it. I saw somebody catch a stingray. That they were, I guess that's a thing people fish, like right on the beach, and which I've never seen before. I thought it was normally like piers that they go to or just out on the boat. Straight on the beach, cast them out, and wait to get like a hook in the eye. Anyways, this guy catches a fucking stingray. I've never seen a stingray, like, I guess not in a video. It was the weirdest looking thing. He's just dangling it. I guess he was going to let it go. But it was just up in the air, this huge circular thing with a long tail. And I'm like right by them with my family. I have children around. And he sees that. This guy takes the stingray, releases it, and just throws it right back in the water. I don't know. All I know is that it killed fucking Steve Irwin. That's all I need to know. Right? Once you kill Steve Irwin, you're an enemy of the state. That's it. I was so worried. I'm like, out of the water for a little bit. Because I just imagined that the stingray would, go, I guess, down water, even though it's an ocean. I'm not sure how that works, but I thought it was coming in our direction. That'd be awful. Then I just imagine dying from that, whatever, like the split tail that they have, or whatever, however he died. That shit was fun. Beaches are great. I wish we can get people outdoors again. But fall's approaching. If you're on the East Coast, you have seasons. If you're on the West Coast, you don't know about that. Man. I just can't wait to go back to normal. That's all I want. I want to go to a bar. All this outdoor dining shit, I'm not really about. Like just sitting in the heat. I went to like an outdoor dining at a bar, and they had a tent, right? Which is ideal. Obviously, you'd be in the shade, and all these tables are filled up with people under the tent. Only seating was outside, directly in the sun. Shit wasn't fun. You're sitting there. For some reason, I got an IPA, which is like the worst beverage to have directly in the heat. And I've never wiped my face more of sweat. I felt like I was working out. I felt like I was getting a workout out. Just trickling down my face. I'm drinking this IPA. I'm like, this is awful. If it was like fall, or if you're in like, again, like West Coast where you don't have humidity, it's perfect. You can enjoy it. Not on the East Coast. You don't have that shit. It's fucking mosquitoes. It's humid. Heroin addicts nodding off at the bus stop across the street. It's fucking awful. I just want to indoor, watch some sports, have a beer. Those are the things that I'm fantasizing about. Fuck. I honestly, it is funny to think about. Like, if this is actually the end of civilization and we're just like slowly rolling into like this disaster that we don't see coming right before us. But it's possible that this shit might all go downhill once the election's over. What if Trump just holds office? Just bunkers down. A bunch of Ford pickups go to protect him with MAGA flags. Biden steals the election using mail-in voting, and Trump's just not about it. It'd be fucking hilarious. Sometimes I can't believe that he's the president. Right, like I actually thought he had a good chance of beating Hillary, but there's days that I wake up and I see him on CNN or there's some news. I'm like, fuck, like Donald Trump is the president. The fucking host of The Apprentice. The you're fired guy. Right? It's insane. I love how orange he is too. He just fucking holds it down. All confident. It's all miscolored everywhere. It's like, sir, do you know what you look like? Like, what do you do when you look at yourself in the mirror? You have that wavy hair that's barely holding on. That's great. When you see the videos of him walking and like the wind just hits this motherfucker and he's like a vortex and his hair just starts swirling up. It's like, just wear a hat. Wear your MAGA hat. Hide that shit. Fucking. It's crazy, man. Now with Biden getting Kamala, I just. It's like the Democrats are trying to lose this one. That's what it feels like. Like, there's. You just had fucking several months of protests and outrage. And, like, no accountability for police. And Biden's like, let me get a prosecutor with a horrible record. I think Trump's gonna take it again. I think it's gonna happen. He just has he has so much support. Right? I mean, I'm not really a fan of the guy. I think he's hilarious. His speeches are like shitty open mics, but they're kind of funny, and then you're like, holy shit, this guy is in charge of the nukes. And it's just not something that you want to be real. You're like, nah, he probably shouldn't, right? When he takes to Twitter, he starts arguing with Chrissy Teigen. Like, is this dude just gonna drone strike John Legend's house? Like, could he do that if he's just annoyed and fucking in a Twitter war with somebody? I don't know. Could happen. You never know. He starts fucking drone striking CNN headquarters. Andrew Cuomo's house. Big fuck. It's fucking great. Hey man, so yeah, I'm excited to be doing this. You know, obviously it'll evolve as we go along. I think I need better camera equipment, so hopefully we'll upgrade that. But again, visit cked.com. You can subscribe there. There's going to be some merchandise there, and get your American Eagle. Okay. All right. Until next time, have a good one.